Hey guys, this is Ashley with Ashley Marie Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for taking a couple minutes to look at this video. I'm going to be showing you guys how I set up my week in my Planner Bold planner. I have opened up to the meals and workout page. I'm going to be whiting out the workout part. I normally do fill this out, but now that my kids are going to be coming to work with me every day, I kind of want to plan out what they're going to be eating and just making sure that I have enough food for them while we're there. So I'm going to be using this portion for them. So really quickly, I'm going to write in kids there all the way down. I do normally plan this out for mainly me and the kids. My husband kind of does his own thing. He meal preps on his own for all of his stuff that he needs. So I am usually only worried about what I need here. He usually does a grocery run at some point for himself. But that's how we do our meal planning in the house. That's what works for us. So for breakfast this week, I'm going to be having a breakfast sandwich. I've actually been doing this for a while. I just have an everything bagel toasted with some sort of cream cheese. Lately, I've been into like garlic and herb. So I'll put that on there. And then I use a couple pieces of lunch meat and I put that on there. And it's worked out as a really good breakfast sandwich for me to have every morning. My husband has kind of started to do that as well. So I'll probably get a little bit extra of that this week, because he will probably have that as well. On Saturday next week, we have a big softball tournament, so we're going to be eating out for lunch, and then we have a wedding that night, and then I have a training at the church, so we'll be there most of the day on Sunday, so that kind of takes care of the weekend. Then I'm going to go back and fill in what I'm going to have for lunch. It's kind of hard to describe what it is that I have for lunch, but I have a family recipe for spaghetti sauce that we use, and it ends up kind of being more like a chili than a sauce. So I really enjoy having that with like a piece of toast, even better garlic toast or like Texas toast, something like that. So I'm going to bring that and have that for lunch this week every day. And then I'm going to make cracked chicken. I don't know if you guys have ever had that, but look that up on Pinterest. It is the best. So I'm going to make that for a couple days. And then we're going to have chicken quesadillas, which is a favorite of mine. So that's going to be our meals for the week. Whether or not my husband has that, I don't know. I'll make enough for him to have. He usually won't have that every night, but he might eat it with us one or two nights. So, all right. So for the kids, they're going to have a bagel, yogurt, and fruit. They usually just have yogurt and fruit when they're going to school because they have lunch so quickly, but it's going to have to hold them over a little bit longer. So they're going to have a bagel with it too this week. Then we're going to do PB&J and some snacks. So I'm going to go ahead and write breakfast and lunch all the way down. I did notice while I was doing this that this is a little redundant. They're going to have the same thing every day, Monday through Friday with me, since that's when they go to work with me. And then on the weekends, they'll eat what we eat. So I don't know that I'll keep this layout, but I wanted to try this. I'll probably do it for a couple weeks, see how I like it. I might want to go back to using the workout page, but on this next page, I usually use the notes page for me to write out what I'm going to need on my grocery list. This is usually just something to help me understand exactly what I need for each meal. And then I'll usually take the grocery list and write it out again on the grocery pad, but just a little bit differently. So here I'll write out cracked chicken and then chicken quesadillas. And then I will just list out really quickly all the things that I need for those meals. All right, now that I've wrapped up all that I need for each meal, I'm going to go ahead and grab my grocery pad that I also use to help me when I go to the grocery store or when I place my online order. I'm not going to lie, I am a really big fan of grocery pickup. I just find it to be a lot easier to stick to my budget when I can see exactly how much I'm going to spend. Also, with having to bring the kids in and out of the store, it's kind of a lot. And then, even worse, they're like, Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. And I end up spending way more than I would if I just added everything into my cart. I didn't always used to feel this way. It is a little bit more complicated when it comes to the budget if I'm wanting to use cash. So I am kind of reevaluating my budget and maybe how I might want to do that using the debit card or credit card online. Instead of using cash is just a different way to have to think about it, but I really enjoy it. So one of my favorite things about this grocery list pad is that it lists everything out by category. So it has like produce, meat, deli, frozen, all those areas, so that when you're in that section, you can just look in that little box and you know that you're not forgetting something. I can't tell you how many times when I go in with just a regular list that I end up like getting all the way to the end and realize that I forgot to get something in the middle because it was in the frozen section, but I already passed the frozen section, and then I'm super annoyed with myself. So I do enjoy having a grocery list that is all sectioned out by the area that I'll be in the store. I guess it doesn't really matter if you're going to be placing your order online, but it is a pretty helpful tool. So here I'm just listing everything out. I usually honestly don't need a whole lot in the frozen section. Same with like the health and beauty section. I think that is down at the bottom. And then household items. I usually don't purchase that at the same time that I get my grocery stuff. Like if I need like paper towels or trash bags, things like that. Before, when I was working at Target, I would just pick it up whenever we needed it, but I might end up using that household items a little bit more. So I'm just kind of referencing that grocery list off to the side, and then there's also some things not on there that I'm going to put on here that I just know that we need for the house. I usually keep just like a magnetic pad on the fridge to add to that, and just remind myself that we need that next time we are at the grocery store placing an order. But that's really it. That's all that goes into my planning. This is definitely the most effective way for us to stick to our budget and to have a plan for the week. So I appreciate you guys checking out this video. Feel free to come back and see what else I got going on this week. Thanks for watching, guys.